So y'all know this weekend for Valentine's Day, Sloppy Crab having this dinner special going on, like an event where you could come down with your significant other, your homegirls for Valentine's Day, and it's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be a vibe.
I love sloppy, so I think I might be here.
Valentine's Day weekend is gonna be lit. Like 519 East Jefferson is right across from the Renaissance Center. Man, dope environment, like cool people, cool staff, the food good. Like you can't go wrong. Like I ain't go front. I might be down here. I ain't gonna hold you up.
Shout out to Chill and Mike, man, for letting us record down in Charles Davidson, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Sure.
so
What up, though? Touch the streets, we in here.
Sir.
Got the queen. How you feeling today, man? First and foremost.
I'm feeling great. Thank you for
You
asking.
good? that
Yes.
cup, that ain't all liquor. That ain't all water, man.
that's a lot of water.
My cup is my business.
Okay.
All right.
Your business then. Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
Philadelphia versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
How you feel about that?
I don't really care about it, man. The Lions ain't in it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I was crushed when the Lions won. I was hurt.
But this is a good thing because this is a repeat of 2023 Super Bowl.
Yeah, the two black quarterbacks.
First two black quarterbacks ever for a Super Bowl.
Oh, that's super dope.
And they doing it again. So it's like I can't even say who I would want to win because
I want Philly to win.
I'm gonna roll with
Keep it a
Philly on the
buck.
strength of because of Dog from Detroit on there, Graham.
Oh yeah,
Number
yeah.
55. Yeah, he all right.
I'm gonna go for Philly. It seems like Kansas always win. They always win. They be winning games they shouldn't have won.
Yeah, man, they got an extra two people on the field with them refs, man.
Yeah,
Them refs
so
they be button.
I'm looking for the halftime though. Like I'm a big Kendrick fan, so
Are you?
yeah,
Okay.
I like. I'm going to the concert and everything.
You are?
When they got a concert.
later this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You already got it planned out.
I'm already there. Like I'm already at the concert in my head. But it's gonna be sweet though, so I am looking forward, to that.
And the commercials.
Yeah,
That'd be
the commercials be better
thing.
than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it always be the commercials that
I
be.
ain't gonna lie, I don't watch none of it. Unless it's whatever man I'm with.
And you at a party or so.
Right. The part, depending on the party and where they swing is where I'm going. So, hey.
What else going on?
Irv Gotti passed away.
I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of messed up too.
He was young too.
'Cause I
wasn't
54?
expecting that.
Yeah, he was young. Was he
Yeah, he
54 or
was young.
56?
Something.
I think he was
was in his
54.
50s, I
He was
know.
54.
Because
Okay.
like, back when Jalen first came out, like I was like in tune with like the Rockefeller, the
Were you?
DMX,
Yeah,
Rough
man.
Rider, like Ja Rule and all that.
He
you
was
know
the
what I'm saying?
shit.
Like Irv did his thing, like beat wise, production wise.
So you would say he was the one that kind of made history.
He most
within the
definitely made
music.
history.
Okay.
He most definitely made history.
Yeah, they was you had to be a Murder Inc. I was a Murder Inc. fan. I
most definitely.
I was a Murder Inc. fan. Ja Rule was he know how to make. He made songs. He made hits. Ja Rule was a hit maker, man.
Yeah, man, Shanti.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, far as like the rap side of it, that's that's her.
And
They,
Shanti, that was my girl. Yeah. She had a couple bangers that I would ride out to.
yeah, but far as like the overall Murder Inc. Ja Rule, like, he was like the face of it.
Yeah,
Then
really?
50,
Okay.
I think 50 destroyed. Man,
Yeah, 50
Dog,
cooked.
50, he killing, man, look, man, 50 need to chill, man. He doing, man.
What is wrong with that man?
Even like when Irv
Something is
Gotti,
wrong with him.
even like when
did you
Irv
see
Gotti
that
first
post?
died,
That
yeah.
rap post? No, that's something different.
No, I'm talking about when Irv Gotti, soon as Irv Gotti died, he made a post saying, I'm smoking on that Gotti pack. Rest in peace, LOL. Like, man, come on, man. Like, you're too old for that, man. That ain't cool, man. You smoking on the Gotti pack, man, knowing this man just died.
But why do people allow that? Why do we allow that as a community? Like, we kind of back him up for him to be able to post this type of stuff. Like, why? To me, it's like he is a pure asshole. And I cannot stand just being an asshole. Like, I get it. You won. He's like, you won. There's no other way to say it. But why you gotta keep?
He going all
He
the way
don't
to the
stop.
end. He going all the way to
Even
the
with this
end.
meat shit, man. Like, come on, man. You can't. Come on, man. Like,
Yeah,
Now that's with the rat post, right?
yeah, man.
Okay.
Like, y'all, this shit is all allegedly, man. Ain't no paperwork came out this saying meat snitched on nobody, dog. And they not gonna pay me to believe that,
but
man.
I really think it just geared towards him
Yeah,
doing
you know
business.
that's personal.
Him doing business with Rick Ross.
I mean, but get over it though. Like, what is this man supposed to do when he got out? From my understanding, I'm not one that is like really into music. So like, I catch a beat, I'm good. I hang out with the song. But as far as like the lyrics and really like the history of it, that's not me at all. So like, when I think about it and I think about 50, he just gets on my fucking nerves because I don't understand why you just can't let things go. Like, he'll ride till the wheels fall off with some shit that he believes. And that shit is just weird to me. Like, what type of man is just like that?
So like, okay, so like with the Irv Gotti thing, I guess it just stemmed back to like the Preem and
Right.
all that stuff back in the day, and then like Irv Gotti kind of like blocked him from getting deals when he
Oh,
first was
okay.
trying to get on.
It's
Okay.
definitely all the way personal.
it's deep.
That
So
go
it's
way
like-
back.
I
to-
think it's like more personal
Okay.
than just like. But I mean, I just try to look at both sides of like every situation.
He's so positive.
So I mean, I understand. Like, I kind of get what he's doing. I'm not saying it's right. But yeah, like when he did it, I knew why he did it.
It just
And
becomes
like,
redundant.
yeah, it's like he holds on to.
He do. He don't let go,
he don't
man.
let go.
Like,
so
me
like,
trying to give this nigga no. I mean, he ain't giving him no feedback, which he shouldn't. I wouldn't. Flat out. Stop playing with that nigga. Stop playing with Meech, man.
yeah, I agree.
This ain't just anybody we talking about.
I agree.
You can't keep playing with his name like that, man.
I agree.
This ain't. Look, man. Stop playing. Stop playing with Meech, dog. For real, man.
Straight up about the call. 50.
No, you got all the bloggers and all this kind of like, almost like,
He mad.
like kind of like, keep talking shit about like why he ain't came forward, like you ain't no rap, this, that, and the third. I wouldn't either. I'm not about to entertain none of this shit y'all talking about.
I am mad the way Lil Meech, like whatever, if he really sent that text that 50 uploaded to the gram, he should not have done that. He
Man,
should not have
Meech is a kid, man. He not thinking like how older people gonna think on that. He looking like, man, like my man really
Fuck
like
my
changed
husband.
my life.
Right.
Regardless of that, man, my man changed my life for the better.
Yeah.
And I ain't showed you nothing but loyalty.
Yeah.
So if anything, 50 shouldn't have uploaded that text. I'm reaching out to you, pouring my heart out. And at the end of the day, my pops is my pops, and I'm standing behind him. You know what I'm saying? So we don't like.
I'm with you 1,000%. But if 50 said fuck his son, man, ain't nobody safe.
Yeah.
Hey, you see the son?
Hey.
The son? He came out and said something too, like, dog.
Yeah, you thought you was special? Yeah, man. Like
It looked like he was waiting on that moment,
Yeah,
though.
he
Like he
was.
was like waiting on that.
He was jealous of that
Daddy like
relationship.
that.
But they don't need to like keep playing with dog name like that, man, until they get some shit that's in black and white that's saying that shit, man.
That's why I don't entertain it though. Like I don't
He ain't,
entertain it.
man, look, if I meet you think me thinking about entertaining that shit that 50 on there doing, trolling him and all that, man. My man, look, man, look.
Yeah, no, I know I
Yeah,
get you,
man,
but
like-
I wouldn't entertain it. Like I wouldn't I wouldn't give it
just
2
be all
cents.
the bloggers and different people talking about him and all that, man. Like he
I
ain't
think-
responding at all. I wouldn't respond neither.
But that's
What are we responding and saying?
that's what I'm saying. I think for
I
them,
did 20 years, dog.
that's what I'm saying. I think for like people that do blog about it and stuff, it's more just like entertainment for them, or like clickbait for them. You get what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah,
it's
a little more
Yeah,
perfect.
we
It's
touching
a-
the streets over here, man.
it's like
This shit real.
it's like it's just news
Yeah.
for them. So it's like it's like gossip. You know?
Especially like when you know the person hands on. Y'all just blogging about it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Nigga, Meech was God to us coming up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that
Yeah.
shit, man, like that nigga was like who he was to us. So far as even like that snitching shit ain't flying with me. So stop playing with dog name, man. We on to the next, man. That's we'll be on that the whole episode for real.
I'm with you though.
Quit playing with
100%.
dogs, man.
So we gotta talk about this lady that buried her son, killed her son, or allegedly killed her son, or
Yeah, that's sad.
however. Like that shit,
That's sad.
nah, that's sad. And the crazy part about it to me is that it's more prevalent in our community than what is talked about.
Yeah.
And the fact that this woman was able to bury her own child, then leave with the second child and go all the way to Atlanta. And then, from my understanding, I don't even think she has the second child.
No, she ain't got the second child. Now I looked at that. They this in child welfare.
I wonder where the dad was at.
Right. And then yeah.
Like the boy, the one that deceased, like,
Yeah, like that's a really good question.
I don't know, like stuff like that. Like, I love my kids. Like, I couldn't even imagine, like what's going through your
Yeah.
head to
But
want to
it's
do
like,
something.
and sometimes I just don't understand because you hear about a woman having maternal instincts.
Yeah,
So which means that, we carry that child for 10 months.
yeah.
We are one with that child. We feel it. We feel growing. We feel the pains. We know what you like, what you don't like, from the heartburn, everything. Like, we become one with you. How does that separate? Like, it just, to me, it has to have some type of mental illness in there
Yeah.
for you to be able
To do something like-
strangle your own child.
Yeah, man. That's
And then from what I hear is that she waited an hour to go back to see if he started breathing again. And he didn't. So then that's when she went and started to create his grave.
crazy.
A
part.
shallow grave at that.
She would have got away with that. I don't know in no other term, but if she would have buried him
Deep
deeper,
enough.
yeah, she that just would have been like, cause they probably would have never thought to look there unless they added something to that house. Who knows? But that was that.
I mean,
that,
we're
that
not going to
was-
go back to see him? Like, what in your mind?
She was
possessed
gone about
you
her
to do
life.
that?
That's why she went on to Georgia. She was gone.
But my thing, how do you possibly think this is gonna fly?
Turn out.
Like, how do you think you're gonna get away with this? Like, what you gonna lie for the rest of your life about where your son at?
Right.
Like, that just don't make sense.
And then it's like, did anyone ask about him?
Like you said, the daddy.
Right. That, you know what I'm saying? Or the
was the daddy
grandparents or
around,
the
yeah.
cousin.
So many questions. It's so many questions that I have just because, like, that little boy did not deserve that. He did not deserve it. He was owed more life in this world, and he didn't get it, and it was taken away from his own mother. From his own
And,
mother.
and it's crazy because that's like right on like something like what we about to touch on the topic note, like we saying with the daddy not around.
Right.
Was
So
the- you
can
know
a
what I'm
woman
saying?
raise a
Yeah,
man?
Like can a woman raise a man?
And honestly,
I say no.
I say no.
I disagree because I know some women personally that's been raised they killed, and I know and great their kids their son is okay, and he's
So-
no knuckleheads, and I just say I know women personally that did it by themselves.
I mean, of course, because there's a lot of single women, so I'm never going to take away from what a single woman has to provide, whether it's the father walked away, whether he passed away.
In those situations.
In those type of situations, definitely I will never take that away from a single parent or a single woman raising a man. But
Hear how your mother is. Because I'm just thinking, how your mother is, Auntie Vicky.
Right.
You don't think if your father wasn't around when you grew up, you don't think you would be the man that you are today? You don't think so?
Nope.
that's respect.
Cause
My
my
father, see, I can't say that about you. I can't say that because your father was. You got a different kind of father.
that's what I'm saying.
too,
Like,
though.
like when I got to a certain age, my mama was kind of like, all right, you need to kind of be around your daddy. Like you,
That's a wise mother.
I still stay with my mother, of course,
Right.
but my daddy kind of started bringing me up, just so I wasn't, he just taught me so much that my mama couldn't teach me.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, my mama taught me how to clean. Like, I'm a very clean, neat person. She taught me how to clean all that, but
So y'all don't think it can happen? A woman can't raise
No,
a man.
I'm
no, we didn't say that.
I didn't say that, of course. But I think that a man needs to be involved in both their child's a woman and, a girl and a boy. But when it comes to raising a man,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
not-
that a man has to be a part of that.
cause my mama couldn't teach me how to be a man. She just couldn't. She couldn't teach me how to move, how to walk, how to just be a man.
Look at all these men out here that's killing their women. I mean, we hear it on the news every day about a man popping up into his ex-girl's house, getting killed or killing her. coming up to her job, snatching her from her job, then going off and then killing her. Like, look at all of these emotional ass men. I wonder if they had their daddies. I really do.
Cause even like, how they be saying like some guys are like female tendencies.
For sure.
That shit true. Like,
I think so.
like that's true.
But listen, bro, and the reason why I say this too, man, because at the same time, like my grandma and my mama raised me, and I wasn't even in no broken home. I was literally, I was a mama's boy, and a grandma's
did
boy.
you play sports?
I did all of that.
Hey, yo,
No man,
None of that,
dog.
man. None of
Your
that.
coach wasn't a man.
But yeah, you
but
had
I'm
your
saying,
brothers
we talking
though.
about parents, like a woman.
So yeah.
My grandma came to my games. I ain't had no daddy around to be coming to my games, and I ain't the best of man, but I'm okay in life. I'm a man. And I really owed all that to my mom and my grandma. Y'all, we gonna agree to disagree.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
feeling that.
I think a woman can raise a man. There's plenty of them.
I mean, some women,
they can't teach them the shit that a man will
But-
teach them.
And that's what we're saying.
That's what we saying.
That's what we
Y'all
saying.
Some
said
women don't have a
raise.
choice.
That's
Raising,
the same thing.
I
Raising
don't
and
know what it
teaching
is,
is the
man.
same thing.
Okay, well look, I just think that a woman could do it. So, that's all I feel about it. I think a woman could
You
do
know
it.
what? And nothing is wrong.
Probably not wholeheartedly, but
Okay, right. So here you are agreeing with
a
us.
lot of women do a good job raising the man without the father around. That's all. I'm
Of
saying.
course, because as a woman, we do what we have to do. So yeah, we're gonna do the best that we can. But for some women that have mental illnesses, like this lady that tied her child up like a hog
Yeah.
and buried them in a shallow grave,
Yeah.
something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. I don't care if it was a little boy or a girl. How can you do that to your own child?
Definitely.
It's what I don't understand. I will never understand that. But then that goes into the next topic. When should a person seek therapy? And I think that in the Black community, that is not talked about a lot.
Yeah, I think it's frowned upon in the Black community because people think like, I don't need no therapist. I ain't crazy.
And it's
But
not about
Want to know
being
something? I thought I was, and I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth. I never thought about therapy. My first brother passed away, and it was crazy. Like you want to? At my job, I ain't know nothing about this shit. Like you can get time off, bro. All you gotta do is go see a therapist. I'm using this to my advantage. Like I went to see a therapist one time in that situation, but after I left, I said me personally, I won't talk to a therapist
But why?
because I feel like after that, it's gonna still be my reality. Like when I go home and I'm still sitting like, damn, I just left talking to a therapist about X, Y, and Z. Now I'm sitting here thinking about X, Y, and Z.
And that's the purpose.
I think it's a mind thing, bro.
It
I'm
is.
telling you,
That's
man.
the purpose. Like a therapist helps unlock what you're thinking about the loneliest nights.
Yeah.
When you by yourself, you can reflect on what you talked about with your therapist. And then that way it helps navigate you through the times that you sitting back alone.
People
and you
should
don't
see
know
therapists.
Huh?
People should see therapists.
Yeah, they should.
definitely should. I'm just talking about from my experience. Like just because I said I would never go talk to a therapist again, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But at one point, I was willing to go talk to a therapist to make my relationship work. You know what I'm saying? But that did not happen. But
Okay,
so
so
I would have did that.
So you're willing to work on a relationship with a therapist, but not work on yourself with a therapist.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about stuff that I deal with eternally. You wouldn't. I can't break it down to you where you're gonna understand because it's just what I've been through. So I feel like
That's
I
what we
want
need
I
therapy.
want, no. I want to deal with how I want to deal with it. Can't no therapist sit up here. Honest, that's their job.
But see,
and
that's the thing. How can you tell us? How can you say what a person can't do when you haven't even really? You went one day.
because the preacher couldn't do it.
A preacher.
Listen to what I'm telling you. The preacher, if a preacher can't make you sit up here and a person of God, listen, bro, I had a one-on-one talk with my pastor, bro, in the room, me and him alone.
I hear you, but a preacher is not
You
therapist.
understand? She asked me how would I know about first. I wouldn't listen, man. What I'm trying to tell you is that if a preacher couldn't do it for me, the man is a God under God. A therapist can't do it for me.
That
man.
is two different aspects. I want you to understand.
No, man. No.
And this is what we're talking about in the community. This here, please take a picture of it. Because this is a prime example on why I say therapy is important, because what you're saying doesn't make
Listen,
sense. I just
it
want you
makes
to know
sense.
that
You don't think it makes
it makes sense
to
in your
me.
head, and
Right.
that's why you need
Because
therapy.
Listen, I used to go to a therapist once a month, right? And the first time we used to talk on the phone, we had to talk on the phone, just like doing like COVID time. So the first time I talked to her, she wasn't saying nothing. She just was like, how you doing today? So how you feeling? So like, what's on your mind? And I was like real quiet with her the first time, cause I didn't want to say nothing to her. You know what I'm saying? I just was kind of like in a shell.
Right.
And then the next time she would ask me something, and she'd just be quiet. We'd just be sitting on the phone, like she waiting on me to say something. So then by the third call, I start opening up to her,
That's the point.
and I start talking to her.
She was doing her
And
job.
by the end of it went from like a 10, 15 minute conversation to like an hour conversation, to where I couldn't stop talking. To like, I'm like
Because
telling,
you gave it a chance.
I'm telling her like, I'm telling her my,
I didn't give it a chance.
You didn't.
I didn't. I agree.
And that is the point. You have to give therapy a chance.
As in, I didn't really know no better at that time. That was 2003. You know what I'm saying? I was early 20s. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, maybe if I would have, it probably would have worked out. But at that time, my mind wasn't there for that. I'm
know
at
what?
streets. You know what I'm saying? I just lost my hero. So can't nobody tell me nothing or sit down in the conversation
That's
to make
fair.
me feel better about you know what I'm saying? You know what Don was us? You know what I'm saying? So my understanding was zero to go talk to a therapist. I tried it, but you know what I'm saying? It just didn't do it for me. I told about, what was going on and logically, and I had just came on from that situation. You know what I'm saying? So all of that, you know what I'm saying? I just came on from, so a lot of that played a part. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I would have gave it a chance, maybe that's why I was more so open as I got older to get a therapy a chance with a relationship, because I was able to think about it. I wasn't able to think about the shit when I lost my brother. I don't want to, can't nobody tell me nothing, because no, lady, it's not okay. And it's not going to be okay. So if you know what I'm saying, you want me to open up to you, I
And
will.
that's
But
another thing,
you see how you talking right now? You damn near in therapy right now.
See?
You don't even know it.
Barella,
That's why you need to go see a therapist.
there, yeah, I guess, man.
You really just opened up. You really was just opening up about Don being your hero. Like you really was just sitting here opening up.
Yeah, I know I was.
That's all therapy is.
Yeah, but what is it? But what does it do?
It helps. It helps.
What you mean? What did it just do for
because
you?
so
Right
nothing.
now? Yes,
'Cause
it did.
yes, it
'Cause
did.
you know
It's
what it
okay
did?
because
But guess what it just
'Cause
did?
you- wait,
you were
wait.
able to talk with a smile on your face. You were able to discuss whatever it is with a smile.
Cause you holding in feelings. Like you holding in on feelings. You just let your feelings out.
so y'all just about it's okay. So what y'all about to have therapy with me on the show?
And no, I ain't gonna do that.
I'm not licensed at all, so no. But what I will say is that,
Maybe it was.
therapists are also human as well. So it's not that you're still going to get a human experience with them. So you have to find the right one. And not all the time, like how you switch up females, you got to switch up your therapist to find the right one. And when you find that right one, you hold on to it. And that's when you lock down, you sit on tight, and you express everything you got going on. Yeah. And I just think that with every transition in life, whether it is coming out of high school, whether it's a death, whether it's going into college, coming out of college, transitioning in life, however a person may see it, coming from a girl into a woman, I think that it is prevalent for everyone to see a therapist at a certain point in your life. I can't tell you when, but I definitely think that is important.
True.
I do too. That makes sense. Now that you put it like that, well, that's the whole point. Like you like my what's them things? You like my angel over here, and you like I don't call you a devil. You like you the person on earth right here. So you my voice of reason.
Okay, all right. High five to that. I'll take that. So we gonna move on to the next topic. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
So it kind of goes on with what we've been talking about, but it's growing up with parents and without. How can it affect you in your childhood and also growing into your adult? Like, you know, we just talked about being raised, you know, by just one parent. But what if you had to, like, I have a friend that her father passed away when I don't know if she was even born yet, or she doesn't remember him. We'll just put it like that, you know, but he would have been an active parent. We're going to say that, but
Yeah.
he's not here.
Right.
So then I look at my friends that still have their parents, both parents in the household. I do see a difference between the two. And even with myself, because my father was there and then he wasn't.
Right.
And then it was just my mom. So between the three of us, whether you still have your parent in the household, whether one is not there, or whether one was there and then he no longer is there or she no longer is there, how does that affect you?
A lot. It affected me. Because, you know, I lost my dad. That was my best friend. I still cry to this day. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, I said it's depending on like how you deal with it, because like I lost my mom and my daddy a year and 6 days apart. I was 14
Really?
and 15. So
See,
here's
that's
the thing,
something to
like
talk about.
here's the thing, like only daddy that my mama had 4 boys. I'm the only one with a different father, but their daddy, that's the only daddy I ever knew until he passed away. I thought that was my daddy. Like
Okay.
I did not know that man wasn't my daddy until he died, and my mama died first. My mother passed away. Then he passed away exactly a year and 6 days later. And my grandma, like, and the whole crazy part, my biological father stayed across the street from me all my life.
You never knew.
Never knew. They knew. It's crazy that they knew. Now I'm getting a little too personal, but I'm just saying, like, dog, they knew.
Yeah, I ain't
You know,
even know
I
that.
wonder why the lady across the street to me being so nice to me.
Right.
It's all little kids on the block. She calling me like, Street dog, can you come take out the garbage for me? I'm going, and she giving me $10.
Yeah.
I'm a child. I'm 10, 8, 9 years old. I'm getting $10. And she's so nice to me all along, bro. This my grandma. This my daddy mother.
Damn. Now that's deep.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, yeah.
And again, this is where therapy comes in. And you know, I have to go back to the topic because it's so important. And you know, and not even to like talk about your situation or anything.
And I
like
knew him.
that.
Like, I knew him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you ain't ever say nothing? They just, because they respected the fact so much. Like,
Yeah.
Wayne was my daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really like a slip up. Like, Don and Terry Dennis Pops was in jail. And something happened where he took my mama to prom.
got you.
And I was made that night. I was conceived on prom night, and that was it. They didn't have no more intertwining with each other.
That's
Nothing.
I never knew that.
And it's and I never, and the crazy part, bro, I always wanted to know that my daddy, like, did Don Terry and Dennis' daddy know that I wasn't his son? He had to know, because I didn't look nothing like him.
Yeah.
No.
But that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like, he loved me
But
that
that
much.
was just grown for
You know what I'm
business.
saying? He loved me that
Right,
much when
exactly.
he ain't. So, like, growing up, like, all of us stayed in the same house. Me, my mama, my grandma, my daddy, who I thought only daddy I ever knew, Don Terry and Dennis Jocelyn, and the Jocelyn mama. So we didn't comfort. It wasn't no broken home at all. You know what I'm saying? So, but they wasn't, by them dying so young. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, then my mother did prison time. Like, really, I only had 12 years with my mother. Because she did 2 years in prison. So
So
it's
the
like,
question was, even though going through all of that, you still were not neglected love.
no, not
You
at
still
all.
had love in your household.
Yeah, so it's like,
So-
to the topic, so it's like, it affects you somewhat. Like you said, like at games, you ain't got your daddy there.
Yeah.
Every boy want their daddy at their football, basketball, baseball game rooting them on. But me, my grandma was there. So you know what I'm saying? Like my grandma, so that was like my mother. Like none of us called our grandma mama. I mean, none of us called my grandma.
Like my
We called her
mother wasn't
mama.
absent. My mother was, or is still, like, she was at every track meet. She was.
Is that who you were
there-
talking to yesterday?
My mom, yeah.
Man, y'all relationship, dog. They relationship like sisters.
So, and it's really not like, you know, my mother was a seamstress. So she sewed, like, I knew how to sew at the age of 2. Like, literally sewing outfits. Like, she sewed all the prom dresses, you know, for her seniors. She worked at Henry Ford High School. So she was always in my life. She was always there. Now my father was there for a minute and then he left, but he was still kind of always still there in the background somewhere. So to me, it's like, what did the question say? Growing up with your parents. So growing up, it was weird for me because sometimes things seemed normal until I went into another household.
Yeah.
Can I touch? Go ahead.
Of course, please go ahead.
So like, okay, so bro, that's crazy. I was thinking about this yesterday. I think so. Like, so you know, I live with my mother, right? But my daddy was in my life like 100%. But growing up, I thought this was the norm, right? So I went over my friend Raymond's house. One time I stayed the night, and like we ate dinner at the table. Like his daddy like tucked us in bed, and I was like, "What is this? Like this is what y'all do every night?" So I went home to my mama like, "Hey, mom, can we cook when you cook dinner? Can we eat at the table?" We did it like one night, but that was a whole nother world that I knew nothing about. I thought my world was normal.
Right. So it's like for my best friends, you know, you have Pilar with Mr. Hall. Mr. Hall, like, that's the first place I ate squirrel. Like, have you ever had squirrel before?
No, y'all ain't.
Man, what? It was some other. So it was some other.
Don't tell nobody that. Don't tell nobody that. That was you talking about the squirrel that run up the trees?
Squirrel in the tree.
You ain't right.
I'm not right. They not right. They not right.
Did
for
you tell
making
your
it look
parents
right.
that?
Like,
See
my
what I'm
mama
saying?
wouldn't have cared. But the thing was like, you know, they was so much like family. You go right in and you go straight to the kitchen. What y'all done cook? Oh, smothered chicken?
Right.
Bagged.
Right.
Mr. Hall was always there as my father, even when my father wasn't.
Right.
So it was like, when I didn't know, like, chores, you come over there, I had to clean out the refrigerator. I called my mama, come get me. I'm not doing this. She said, no. You wanted to go over there, you stay over there. And then, you know, it started to be where it wasn't, no matter like the father or the mother being in a household, it became the village.
That's what, you know what?
Because
The
the village was Mr. and Mrs. Hall. The village was, you know, my other mother, you know, my friend Yvette's mother. And those two dynamics, you had both parents in the household.
Yeah.
You had one mother in the household, and then you had me.
The village matter. That's
The village
because
mattered.
even though I didn't have no father like present at my games and stuff like that, I did have a father figure there. And
That's what I asked
That's
you.
Big Joan daddy. You know what I'm saying? He was like the father figure to like all of us that, like, you know what I'm saying? He was active with us, coming to our games and shit. Like literally every Saturday, you know how it is over there in the project gonna be. Me and Julie, we used to get up every Saturday morning. We used to have to get up and cut the grass.
What?
Every Saturday morning.
And look, it's crazy because my daddy was the same way.
Yeah.
Like he would come to the games. After the game, he'd take us all the rallies or Burger King.
Yeah, definitely. Dairy
He'd
Queen.
you know what I'm saying? Like he was a dad. He was everybody's daddy. You know what
Going
I'm
over
saying?
evals, you better bring your church clothes. If she was on punishment, I was on punishment. I had to check my phone in. Born over Pilar House, it was the same way. You want to eat, you want to clean this kitchen first. You know, you want to set the table. You know, and these are things that I learned from my village.
But I can't say after my parents passed away, I am like my brothers, like especially my brother Don. He was more than a father figure for anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like than anybody I ever dealt with. So having him around definitely like raised me to like because I wanted to be just like him.
That's it.
So that was cool.
So basically, just what it comes down to is that even if you don't have both your parents, the village matters. Nature and nurture will always go together. You can't have one without the other.
No.
It's what I really feel and what I think life is about. You have to have both.
Make sure y'all go to my man website, man, and check out that living, man. This is clothing line apparel.
For the
It's
show.
on his.
You know, it's Black History Month.
What you got,
I'm
Ain't
man?
forget.
motivated. My
Yes.
man J-Mo, check him out, man. Aspiring young dude from my neighborhood, man. It's a message behind it. It's a message behind this clothing line motivator. Shout out to you, my boy.
Somebody got to bring me something next time. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
We
just
gonna
in my
get
black.
with you.
It's all.
Yeah. Till next time, we out.
So, peace.
All right.
I was estimated.
Okay, was he? All right.